I thought I'd go live a little bit early. Again, like most of these streams, I was sitting at my desk in my room for like just waiting around for the stream to start. So, but why not go live a little bit early? Hope everyone who's in here. Yeah, I don't think we actually got a viewer yet. Anyone who joins is good. I'm using my golden goal mug for a cup of tea tonight. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Apologies, but there's going to be no deadline stream for me tomorrow because I'm at my national swimming competition. So I'm very excited for that tomorrow. So I thought I'd go live tonight just for I always go live for a final preview before the deadline anyway. So this is effectively my deadline stream. I'm not actually going to lock in my transfers tonight, but yeah, we'll go live today. Liam, good to see you, mate. Hippo Block, good to see you. Gurney, Bainbridge Events, Phil Green, Glenn, good to see you all. I'm doing well, guys. I'm doing well. Henry, Laura, good to see you. Laura, I haven't seen you in a chat for a little while. Hope you're doing well. I'm just having a cheeky cuppa. We'll wait for a few more people to arrive, then we'll go through some data. Hope everyone's doing well. It doesn't have too many issues with their FPL teams. Yeah, we got an FPL cartel that's formed. Saka and Son. Well, I think Saka's going to be fit. Son missed training. All sorts going on. All sorts going on. Should we start off with my team? Let's have a look at my team. So I made a team selection video. Where... Oh, hang on, it's frozen. This is my team, but it's an FPL review. I'll just change the screens around. Bear with. There we go. Huge from Laura. I'm glad to hear you've got a week off. You deserve it. That first term is, I imagine, quite rough, isn't it? So fair play to you. Yeah, so here's how I'm looking this week. Flecken in goal. Happy with Flecken. Trent, Aina, Lewis. Decent. Rogers. Eze. Eze's got to go this week, I think. And Mbumo and Salah. Wood, Solanke and Haaland. And I've got a couple of sort of transfer strategies that I could use for this team. One of them involves just doing a straight swap, right? Straight swap, Eze to Brennan Johnson, and that works. I can afford to do it. Straight swap, one transfer used. By the way, I didn't mention this. Go on the transfer screen. 5 free transfers, lads. 5 and ladies. 5 free transfers, nothing in the bank. So 5 transfers here I can use. But ultimately, I'm kind of going sideways. To Eze to Johnson. The other move I could make is I could do 3 or 4 moves. So I can take Trent out for 8 Nori. But I really like Trent. I think he's going to come good. Well, he hasn't come good yet, I don't think. But I just think that Liverpool defence is so good. It's so good. Expected goals conceded. In only 1 game of the 8 so far this season, they've conceded more than 1 XG. 1. More than once. Only 1. Crazy. So they are super solid defensively. Kept a clean sheet in the Champions League again, didn't they? So I'm a little bit put off selling Trent. But here's what I could do. So I could do Trent down to 8 Nori, Eze to Son, Solanke to Raul Jimenez, Wissa, someone like that. And then in game week 12, so we just look at the Tottenham fixtures. So fixtures for Tottenham are good until game week 12. Crystal Palace, Villa, Ipswich. I suggest they're pretty good fixtures. And then I can buy Cole Palmer for game week 12. And I think Palmer is the best captain in game week 12. So that could potentially be a plan. Or I could, because I've got the 5 transfers, I could just make the 1, carry the 4 for next week, have 5 next week, and then just reassess week on week. So I'm a little bit lost as to what to do there. Just a little bit lost. I'm going to see what FPL review has. Yeah, Harmony, I could get rid of Gabriel. It's totally fair. I could get rid of Gabriel to bring in Son. But then come game week 12, I've got an issue being able to afford Palmer. But I guess I could do something about that, couldn't I? It's a good point. I could sell Gabriel. He'll bloody score against Liverpool now, won't he? Yeah, Palmer Rice doesn't matter, mate. I'll still have loads in the bank even if I do that. I'll just do FPL review and then I'll show you what I've got planned. Mbumo triple, you could do a lot worse. I don't think I'd triple captain Mbumo though. I was looking at my suggested transfers, wasn't I? Not projected points. Did Concert to 8 Nori because I will play Aina and Van der Berg, but didn't want the headache of selecting. Fair enough. Let's see what FPL Review's got to say for me. Sorry, my phone's going a bit crazy then. Chuck that out of the way. You probably heard, I chucked it on top of a coat hanger that was on my bed and broke the coat hanger. Oh well. Let's see what it's saying. Oh, I don't like those moves. They don't inspire me at all. Rogers to Bowen, Aina to Porro, Salah to... don't like that. Don't like that at all. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do if we muck about with Gabriel, Eze and Solanke then. So I wanted to bring in 8 Nori. That's kind of nailed on, locked in. Going to do that. So he's in. Even though I don't like him that much, he's in. No, I don't think so, Laura. That's genuinely what I'm considering. It's either Raul Jimenez or Wissa that's going to come in for him. And I like Raul because I think after Rafinha missed his pen, I think Raul Jimenez is going to take them. So I could do this. I could do this and get Son in. So that's Gabriel to 8 Nori, Solanke to Jimenez, and Eze to Son. And then 0.4 in the bank. I could poke around with something here, I think, in order to allow me to afford Palmer later on. I could poke about with this team to get Palmer in at some point. Solanke to Cunha is nice, but he's just a bit too expensive for what I want to do, really. I won't be able to afford him. EUFV keeping Eze. I think I was of that mindset last week, but after watching that Forest game, I'm done with him now. So that's a potential thing to do there. I got 0.4, so I can't get to Palmer. And he's due to go up again, isn't he? So he's going to go up to what, 11 million? Jesus. Yeah, I'm 0.6 short, so I could make 0.6 somewhere here, couldn't I? Wouldn't be too hard. And yeah, the Fulham fixtures are great. I completely agree with you. Fulham fixtures are great. I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fixtures are good. Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, Palace, Everton, Brentford, they're all good. And then Arsenal, Liverpool, 15, 16. So yeah, Solanke to Raul Jimenez could make sense for sure. It could make sense for sure. Bloody hell, man, that is huge. Oh, I definitely think the Forest defence is way better than Brentford, by the way, mate. Way better. And yeah, I guess I could do Trent to Guardiola later on as well, couldn't I? So if I did Trent to Guardiola, yeah, that leaves me. So with this team, I've got 0.4 in the bank. Yeah, I'm sort of setting myself up for those 3 moves, aren't I? So that would be later on. So I'd initially get rid of Gabriel, Solanke and Eze. So I'd initially get rid of them and I'd bring in 8 Nori. I'd bring in Son. And I'd bring in Raul Jimenez. And then come game week 12, when Palmer's got his good game and the Spurs fixtures flip, I could do Trent to Guardiola and Son to Palmer. And I've got, at the moment, unless I get absolutely battered by FPL price changes, right now I've got 0.4 million in the bank to make that move happen. Do I want to own Guardiola? That's another question, isn't it? But yeah, 0.4 million in the bank to make that happen. That's probably what I'm going to do. And I guess the question is, I'm just going to look at FPL FF Hub just to see who the best defender is. Yeah, Salah to Palmer just doesn't feel right, does it, Laura? I had that question a few times and I've said people shouldn't do it. It just doesn't feel right. I'm just going to drop to 4.7. Oh, I could get Mazwari, couldn't I? Is Mazwari... I know the expected points here have him worse than Aina, but is Mazwari better than Aina? Could even go for Robinson again, couldn't I? It obviously does leave me a bit tighter on budget if I do that, though, because obviously 8 Nori he's dirt cheap. Could even go Mikolenko. Those fixtures up until 15 are really good. But the Wolves fixtures, oh my God. Brighton, Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham, Ipswich. So for the next 7 game weeks, he's got a fixture where you probably wouldn't feel uncomfortable starting him. Christopher C, good to see you, mate. So yeah, all right. So I think I've made a change. I've made a change to my plans. So rather than just doing Eze to Johnson, I think I'm going to do this. Gabriel to 8 Nori. Eze to Son. There he is. And Solanke to Raul Jimenez. That's not too bad, that, is it? That's not too bad. Yeah, but I've been really impressed by the Liverpool defence this season. Really impressed. Once I get this Arsenal fixture out of the way, and by the way, I'm playing Trent and Gabriel against each other, basically. So it's one of those to sell. And after the Arsenal fixture, Brighton, Villa, Southampton. Villa, probably not a clean sheet. Could conceivably keep a clean sheet in those. Man City, but I'll be selling him at that point because I'll have Guardiola, maybe. I will be selling Trent ahead of Southampton away, though, to get Cole Palmer in as my captain. I will be doing that. But yeah, I just don't... I'm not massive on Arsenal with no Saliba this weekend. So for that reason, I'd probably get rid of Gabriel over Trent. Yeah, I like it, Moko. That's kind of my mindset as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm not going to do it because Spurs are playing tonight, but that could be my team tomorrow. I've got to set a bloody alarm, haven't I, for the deadline? I'm going to miss all the leaks because I will literally be racing at the time. I'll be diving into the pool. Think of me on the deadline. I'll be diving into the pool to swim a 100 freestyle. I'm going to set an alarm on my phone so I don't forget to do my FPL team tomorrow. That Friday deadline is going to catch a few people out, I think, isn't it? I'm going to set an alarm. FPL deadline. Happy birthday to tomorrow, Liam. I hope you get a win on Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't be there on Saturday. I'd come for a drink with you if I could. I'm in Sheffield this weekend racing. But yeah, we'll have a drink at some point, Ashton Gate, mate. Definitely. I hope you have a good day. You got anything special planned, or are you just going to the footy on Saturday? You could sell Haaland after Southampton. Oh, I could. I'm just not the type to go without Haaland. I agree, Laura. I agree. Tripled up on Spurs. Solanke, Son and Porro. Still got Eze on the bench. Yeah, Eze's going to score a brace, isn't he? It's so possible. It's so possible that he could do that, isn't it? It's entirely possible. Yeah, I haven't either, Daniel. I need to have him. Surely, Kaftan, you've got a different decision to make than that. Eze versus Rogers. Oh, Welbeck I think Welbeck's going to miss this week, so I would. I'd give it a miss. Thoughts on triple captain? I probably wouldn't do it this week. Yeah, Eze did it the crossbar against Forest. I'll put my score predictions up just for a bit of shits and gigs. What are my thoughts on triple captain? So there's one thing to look at here. Oh, did it come across? What's going on there? The graphics haven't changed. Bear with, guys. I'm just going to put in the new data. You can blame my laziness. I didn't copy the data across. Bear with. There we go. That's the one I wanted. So what we've got here over the course of the season is the top team goal projections for each game week so far. So this is from betting data from Rob T FPL. I usually present this kind of stuff all the time. And as you can see there, 3.35 projected goals for Man City against Southampton, which is identical to the projections for the Ipswich game, which is obviously where we triple captained him and got a hat-trick. Or I triple captained him and got a hat-trick. So betting data suggests that Man City are going to have a field day. But with no Kevin De Bruyne in the Man City team and no Rodri, I really do think that detracts from Haaland's appeal. Just me personally. I'm happy to captain him, but I don't think it's a triple captain week. Does that make sense? Does that read true? I'd just be concerned about Man City with no De Bruyne and Rodri. Oh, unlucky Soros. A lot of people are in that position, actually. Yeah, I don't mind that, Moko. What's Raul Jimenez's ownership? Is he up to 20% yet? 8.6. That's still differential, mate. And I think I prefer Jimenez because I'd back him to take penalties. Especially, and the fixtures are they're crazy good for a while. Which three of you would you play? Aina, Trent, Gabriel, and Colwill. I would play Aina, Trent, and Colwill, I think. No, actually, no. Aina, Trent, Gabriel. Why not? Best well-bet replacement. Or just start Eze. Just start Eze, mate. I would start Eze. Here's the match odds as well. I'll put that on screen for a second. Slanky and Cooley bench. Son out. Yeah, they're being rested. Nicely rested. I don't know what to say about Rico Lewis, to be honest, mate. I don't think he is nailed. No, I don't think he is. I don't think anyone can say that he is. Does he play against Southampton? What do you guys think? Actually, we'll do a poll. Keep you engaged. What do you guys think? 2 options, yes or no? Yeah, but they were playing Sparta Prague, though, Henry. Oh, no, it's not Henry, it's Treble said that. They did look good, but they were playing Sparta Prague, don't forget. You know what? As a Man United fan, I'm an absolute disgrace because I don't know who they're playing. West Ham away. I'd start Dallo. The clean sheet odds should tip it as well. Yeah, Wolves 12% to keep a clean sheet. Man United 21. I'd go Dallo. Yeah, I'd agree on Rico Lewis. That's why I did the poll. I think it's a 50-50 week as to whether he plays. And we're not going to, realistically, we ain't getting a leak, are we? It's Leicester Forest first up. We ain't getting a leak. Huge from Treble. I hope you enjoyed your evening, mate. Did Saka to Son make sense? Freddie, good to see you. Rico Lewis will definitely play. Oh, he's definite, is he? If there was ever a game in the Premier League where you could rotate, though, it's Southampton, right? Southampton at home. Like, that is a game to rotate in. It's a game to take seriously. I don't know why I'm doing that. I want my score predictions. It's a game to take seriously, but it's also a game... Oh God, I am an absolute disgrace of a YouTuber. I haven't even done my graphics for this stream. Bear with. This is old score predictions. No one pulled me up on that. There you go. With just a second, I'm just going to grab a tissue. Got one here. We're all good. I'm a disgrace of a YouTuber, aren't I? I didn't even have my score predictions ready. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen this week. Yeah, your front seven is looking strong. That is strong. I would have a little bit of a doubt about Mavididi though. I think Forest are really good defensively. Like really good. Really solid. We got loads of people coming in. Gustav, SJ, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Who's getting the goals for the Saints? I'm going Cameron Archer and Dibbling. I think that'll be a draw game, to be honest. 2 have gone for there. Which is why someone asked me to decide between Mazwari and Dallo. No, not Mazwari. Aitnori and Dallo. Can't decide. I think they're going to concede the same amount of goals. I would probably still sell Saka. I would. I think right now Liverpool are the best defence in the league. Right now they're the best defence in the league. Yeah, Mazwari playing at the 10 is crazy. Crazy, by the way. What was I looking for? Saka. I don't think Saka's fixtures fill me with excitement. So yeah, I think those 3 are going to be toughies. So I would personally have Son over both of them. If he's fit. He should be. Gustav, I've just slightly changed what I'm going to do actually, mate. Much to, I imagine people are going to be surprised if they don't watch this stream. But it's their loss. I'm going to do Gabriel to Aitnori. Should all these players be fit, of course. I'm going to do Gabriel to Aitnori. I'm going to do Eze to Son. And I'm going to do Solanke to Raul Jimenez. And that shall be my team, I think. I've got 0.4 in the bank, which once I sell Trent, I will be able to get Cole Palmer in come game week 12. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Top 3 Saka replacements, I would go Son, Mbumo, Palmer, those 3. I'd say Mbumo is like one of the best midfielders in the game right now. I do consider Palmer. Oh, sorry, I was doing all my teamwork without sharing my team. Anyway, hopefully speaking through it made sense. I didn't show my team when I did it. Sorry. How many votes on a poll? 35 votes. Get voting on the poll if you think Rico Lewis is going to play. In fact, I'll get the chat up so people can see what I can see. You see that? That's good, that, isn't it? What a little side by side we got going on here. How good's that? I thought of transferring Saka to Palmer, but red card for Saliba and injury forced me to change. Yeah, unlucky, mate. Can you show your team? Yeah, go on then. I'll do 5 team reviews. Why not? I'll do 5 team reviews. Members obviously get priority, so any members want to tap in their ID, they can. 5 transfers. So members, feel free to stick your IDs in, and I'll give you a priority if you do a super chat as well. That's how it works. You fancy super chatting, go for it. If you're a member, go for it. And then otherwise I'll do 5 random people from the audience's team. So why not? Good to see Jason Lang. Hippo Block, SJ and Henry, you're in so far. Just waiting for 2 more. Saka and Solanke to Palmer and Jimenez. Yeah, I don't mind it. I prefer it to that we're done after Christopher. I like it, but I would probably do Son in instead of Palmer, personally. Right. I'm going to do an FPL review because it's open and able to use it now. Ooh. There we go. Righto. SJ 66495. Daniel, you get your FPL ID quite simply. You got to do it in a browser. You have to do it in a browser. Go on your points, and then in the URL there is a 4-digit number. Entry entry number. Yours might have more digits, but the number after entry is your FPL ID. Sanchez in net. Collins, Colwill. Ooh. Yeah, you probably do need to do something here. 1.8 in the bank. You know what? I would probably bring in a Nottingham Forest defender here. That's what I would do. I'd probably look to get Milenkovic in or Aït-Nouri. It's probably worth... It's either one of the two. I'd go Milenkovic or Aït-Nouri in, SJ. That's probably what I'd do. Yeah, Milenkovic or Aït-Nouri in. And you only really need to... Well, you only got one transfer. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Milenkovic or Aït-Nouri in, mate. I'd probably get one of them in for Greaves and just bench Harwood-Bellis. Because at least Harwood-Bellis is playing. Greaves is injured. That's what I'd do. You see what FPL Review's saying? Let's have a look, see what it's saying. Yeah, I would do someone in for Aït-Nouri. Ooh, Greaves to Pedro Porro. The game's big on Pedro Porro, to be fair. I'll give you that. Yeah, Pedro Porro is a good transfer in. I don't mind that. Greaves to Lewis. It's like in Lewis. I'm just waiting for the solver to run. Bear with. Saying Greaves to Lewis, Saliba to... Yeah, I mean, all of those moves are good, to be fair, including the one I said. All of those moves are options, mate. Hopefully that helps you. We're going to move on if that's okay. Henry. Is that a Finnish name? My pleasure, SJ. Hopefully that helped you. I definitely would sell Greaves for another defender. I'd probably start, personally, I would start Trent over Gabriel. Look at that. I'm pleased with my my geographical surname knowledge there. You don't... In reality, I don't think you actually need to do anything with this team. Let's see what FPL Review is saying. I would probably roll this week, but let's see what FPL Review's got to say for you. I genuinely consider rolling. I think Saka will play. It's saying Saka to Foden for you, though. I didn't miss yours, Hippo Block. You're next. You're next, dude. Look. I'm doing this one, Henry, then you're next, and then I got two more after you. We're being fair, man. We're being fair. It's saying Saka to Foden, but I mean, I guess the question is, do you back Saka to play? I think Saka has more chance of playing than Foden does this weekend, to be honest. It's also giving you no love on Son, is it? At all. It does not love Son at all. Yeah, I mean, I'd either consider rolling or I'd do Saka to Son if you think Saka's not going to play. That's what I'd do. Hopefully that helps you, my friend. Or you could just roll. I mean, you could roll with that team if you really wanted to. If you believe... oh, sorry, that is the option. If you believe Saka's going to play, I'd probably roll. Don't need to do anything with that. I think Son is the best of the three, Jason, if you have to make a choice. All right. It should be Hippo Block. Is you Hippo Block? I will do that in a second, Moko. We'll do that in a second. So this is Hippo Block's team. Yeah, I think it's time to go and get rid of Luis Diaz, my friend. You got free. Yeah, I would definitely make use of these three. Let's see what FPL review is saying. Let's see what it's saying. It's telling you to take a -4. Wow. I would probably downgrade Saliba and do, if you can get Luis Diaz in for Son, I would consider that. Out for Son, sorry, not in. I'll tell you what you could do. I've got an idea for you, mate. I've got an idea for you. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is Tom's transfer plan. Oh, you've already got Rodgers. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. You've already got Rodgers. Oh, this is the other guy's team. Here we go. So you don't have Rodgers. You've got Smith Rowe in there as well. But Smith Rowe's fine. I would get rid of Semenyo. I would get rid of Diaz. And I'd get rid of Saliba. I would bring in Son. Whoever he is. There he is. I'd bring in Son. I'd bring in Nori. And I'd bring in Morgan Rodgers. So Son, Nori, and Rodgers in is what I do here. Villa, Rodgers, and then Nori should have the bank to do. Oh, you only got 4 million. Damn it, it doesn't quite work. Okay, ignore me. Ignore me. That's not going to work. How do I reset the team? Sorry, Hippo Block. I've fumbled the bag. I fumbled the bag here, mate. I have. Well and truly fumbled bags. Luis Diaz is down to 7.7 million, by the way. Christ. I'd do Brennan Johnson then. Screw it. Get Brennan in. Bit of Brennan. Diaz to Brennan. Oh, God. This is a little bit less intuitive for me to use than where's Brennan? There he is. It's a little bit less intuitive for me to use this tool than other ones that I use on stream. So yeah, I'd do that. And then I'd do Saliba to Nori. That's probably all you need to do, to be fair. Oh yeah, and then you need to get rid of Semenyo as well, don't you? So if you do Saliba down to Nori, how much in the bank do you have at that point? Or you could do Saliba to Guardiola. And then Semenyo to Rodgers. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I do Saliba to Guardiola, Semenyo to Rodgers. And you've actually got 6.5 in the bank if you fancy someone more expensive. I do Saliba to Rodgers. How does that sound, bro? Oh, Glenn, thank you so much, my friend. We'll look at yours now. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. You're very generous, you are, mate. You're very generous. I really appreciate that. Cheers, Hippo Block. I'm glad I could dedicate some time to it. I haven't forgotten Soros and Christopher, but we had a super chat. We got to respond to the super chat. All right, I'm going to run a solver straight away for you, Glenn. Let's see what that's got to say. Oh, it's telling you to buy Eze. Oh, no. Sorry. It's pretty sold on getting rid of Trossard, Gabriel, and Kulusevski, though, isn't it? Which is interesting. I can't believe the top suggestion is Eze. Oh, it is the top suggestion as well. Bring in Eze. Oh, God. It really likes Eze, the player that I'm selling. I wonder if anyone has played FPL entirely following what FPL reviews told them to do yet. I wonder. Surely Eze can't be a buy. Surely. Yeah. We'll do something else. I'll come up with something of my own. Also, oh, that's Van den Berg. I thought it was Van de Ven with a red shirt. That was confusing. To be honest, mate, I'm not joking here. If you just started Cunha over Trossard, and maybe play Leif Davis over Gabriel, you don't need to make a transfer here, in my opinion, Glenn. I think this team is okay. I really do. You could start Cunha over Trossard if you're worried about Trossard's minutes, because I do think Cunha plays all the minutes. And if you really wanted to, you could start Aït-Nouri or Davis over Gabriel and Van de Ven, and I think that would work. So I definitely don't think you need to make a transfer. Not at all. You could probably get your way up to 5 transfers, to be completely honest with you. Oh, Avnish, that's very kind of you, my friend. We'll look at yours. Chris and Soros, I've not forgotten you. But the super chats are coming in, man. I really appreciate that. Looking for new defenders, maybe. Let's have a look. Absolutely huge from you, mate. I really appreciate that. That's very generous. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I like your goalkeeper shout. I like that. Got Zabarnyi in there. I'd probably get rid of him. And I think Michael Keane's time is running out. So I think you could do Zabarnyi over to maybe a Forest defender. And you could also do Michael Keane to Aït-Nouri. Like Aït-Nouri and Forest defenders, I think would serve you quite well. Hang on. I'll just go on. If I go on Elevenify as well. You just go on Elevenify and have a look at the upcoming clean sheet odds. Here we are. Clean sheets. I'll leave a link to this if anyone's interested. I'll crack it in the chat. Might be useful for you as well, Avnish, if you're looking for defenders. So here's the clean sheet odds for the next 6 game weeks. Mikalenko could be a shout. Fulham defenders could be a shout. Porro, I think, could be reasonable. Man United defenders could be... this should give you an idea. For me, though, I know they're not ranking that highly, but for the next few game weeks, I do think Forest are going to be decent. I really like Milenkovic of Forest. I was quite pleased. I bigged him up on a few of my videos and he kept a clean sheet last week. So, yeah, I'm quite like Milenkovic. Yeah, Porro. Not big on the Brentford defence, though. I know the odds are looking good for Brentford, but I'm just not big on them. Obviously, Rico Lewis, we still got him. Yeah, I'd say Aït-Nouri, just with the quality of fixtures and how attacking he is, he's going to be an option. I'd say Milenkovic of Nottingham Forest. You could also go back to Anthony Robinson, actually, Clean sheet odds are decent. The Fulham fixtures are really nice, actually. The Fulham fixtures are really nice. So yeah, if you're looking for new defenders, hopefully, does that answer your question, mate? You've just donated me $10, so if there's anything else I can do to help you, just let me know. But yeah, saying you need some new defenders. And he just got Foden today for Saka. Interesting. Interesting. That is interesting. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Could also, if you've just done Saka as Foden in for Saka, you might be able to do Gabriel to Guardiola or something like that as well. Don't know. Hopefully that's helped you, my friend. I really like your team. Soros. Also, do you guys think... I've just seen... I knew that Maswari was playing at the 10, but do you guys think that Ten Hag is just... He's just picking random teams to get himself sacked? He just wants to be sacked so he gets a payout. I genuinely think he might be thinking about that. Oh, God. Who am I looking at? I've forgotten. This is Soros' team. If you're still in here, Soros, I appreciate your patience. Oh God, I don't think I'd do anything here. If you really wanted to, I'd do Eze to Brennan Johnson. Yeah, it's probably Eze to... Let's see what the solver says. The solver's going to love Eze, though, isn't it? I need to start Anthony every game. Yeah, Anthony's done, isn't he? Oh, Eze to Johnson, Vardy to Raul Jimenez. I really like that. Well, I need to say no more, mate. Those are good moves. I wouldn't have taken the hit, I don't think, but I can't berate you for those moves. Can you imagine Harmony? I'll tell you what, Mazwari's been a good signing for Man United this summer. I think he's been very, very decent. Not like put in a 10 out of 10. Well, fullbacks don't tend to get all the credit unless there's someone like Trent who just has unreal natural talent to cross the football. But I think he's quietly gone about his business well, is what I was trying to say then. Christopher's team. Mate, I don't think you need to touch this. Not at all, to be honest. Not at all. I think this is a great team. If you really wanted to, because you doubted his minutes, you could do Saka to Son, and then maybe, yeah, just do Saka to Son and think about that. I would personally look to get Saka out for Son, I think. But you could do worse than keeping Saka. Yeah, Robinson in for Konsa could make sense. Let's see what the solver says. It's telling you to buy Eze. It's telling you to buy Eze and Solanke, two players that I'm selling this week. Maybe you shouldn't listen to me. I just don't know what I'm talking about. That's quite funny. It's telling you to buy the two players that I'm selling. What can you do? It's telling you to buy Calvert-Lewin as well. God, any Calvert-Lewin owners in the chat? Let me know if you're a Calvert-Lewin owner in the chat and want to keep him. My pleasure, Christopher. That's what I'm here for, mate. God, buying Eze and Bowen, eh? Saka to Eze. Oh my God. Oh my God. That doesn't feel right to me. Don't know what you guys think. It's probably... FPL Review knows its stuff, right? It is a good tool. So I'm probably talking bobbins, but that is crazy. That's crazy in my mind. The very generous Avnish put in the super chat, but subsequently didn't reply to anything I said. So hopefully he got value for his $9.99 that he donated, because I really want to make sure he does. If you need any more, mate, and you're struggling to get hold of me in a chat, just tweet me. That's my Twitter. I'll put my Twitter on as well, so I keep tabs on that. You can tweet me if you need anything else. Because, yeah, feels a bit wrong if you can't use the chat and you just paid me $10 to look at your team. At least I can do is give you a bit more help if you need it, mate. Also, look at this. I got a green arrow last week. Can we look at the game week history? Look at that. 2 green arrows in a row. Let's go. I was 111k overall, and then it didn't go so well. But that's not too bad, is it? Oh, what happened there? Oh, I zoomed in too much, did I? I did. That's not too bad, you know. As rank goes. Don't look at my previous seasons. You can tell some seasons I just gave up. I've been playing for that. I have played it for that long, though. Wow, I have. Been playing FPL for 10 years, apparently. You can tell the only season that I actually gave a damn about it. Would you start Pinnock, Rodgers? I would always start a midfielder over a defender, which makes it between McNeil and Morgan Rodgers. And I think I've got to say Morgan Rodgers, mate. I think I've got to say Morgan Rogers there. Let's zoom in. So you got a. There you go. I am probably doing Saka to either Son or Foden. I'm wildcarding in Game Week 12, and therefore, yeah, makes sense. Anyone else planning to wildcard in Game Week 12, by the way? Let us know. What I'll do is I'll do the old side-by-side chat and FPL.Team again. That seemed to work quite well, didn't it? How's that looking on screen for you guys? Hopefully that's a good viewing experience for you. 06-07 is your first season. Wow. That was the first season that Man United had AIG on their kit. I remember it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Golden Boot winner that season, I remember it because I used to read the Match magazine. The Match magazine, the kids magazine, was how I used to get. It's crazy. Sounds like I lived in a cave. I definitely didn't. But I used to get the football results from the Match magazine. That was how I'd find out how Man United got on every week. And this was 2006 when the internet actually existed. So I'm pretty sure Benny McCarthy won the Golden Boot in 06-07. If I got that right, that's a pub quiz question right there. That was Drogba. Oh, okay. It wasn't Benny McCarthy. He did win the Golden Boot though at one point, didn't he? Where's Drogba? Moko's born into. Oh my god! That makes me feel old. That makes me feel old. Who was in the Golden Boot race then? Goal scorers. Was he second then? Oh right. So I was sort of on. I remember that because I think Benny McCarthy and Cristiano were competing with each other for the top scorer spot for a while, and then Drogba just overtook the two of them. God, what a season. Some names there, right? "22-year-old Ronaldo, 21-year-old Rooney. Mark Viduka is playing for Middlesbrough. Darren Bent at Charlton. Oh, Yakubu. These are pure Barclays men right here, aren't they? Everyone hates that term. Go back to my team. Oh, Jubon. Hello, sir. Don't need to call me sir. My name's Tom. All golden goal. I'm not a sir. Don't worry about that. I need a cheap defender. It depends how long you need them for. I'd say next 2 or 3 game weeks, almost definitely Aina. And I'd actually say Milenkovic from Forest is better than Aina. But if you're going super duper long term, I'd probably have 8 Nori in, to be honest with you. Mikolenko's a little bit too injury prone for me. He tends to get injured almost every week. So despite Everton having good fixtures and him being a decent price, I do think he will be an issue for you with his injuries. So I'd say 8 Nori probably if you're going long term, or Milenkovic if it's a bit shorter term, in like your wild carding in 12 or something. Oh, Luke, you just got to chalk it up to the game, man. And it was only early on in the season, right? So there's plenty of time left to amend your mistakes. Oh, bench one, Eze, Robinson, Trent. I would probably bench Gabriel of that lot. I'd probably bench Gabriel of that lot. Just got to chalk it up to the game, Luke. That's how it works, my friend. That's how it works. What is good is that I would also say you identified a mistake in FPL as you actually doing something that was bad. Like some people say X transfer was a mistake. I don't tend to buy into that because you're predicting outcomes that are naturally unpredictable, right? So, you making a bad transfer, for example, the player you bring in getting injured and saying that's a mistake, it's not necessarily a mistake. Whereas I'll admit you doing something like that is a mistake, but at least you can learn from it, right? And it's not all about rank as well. It's just about enjoying the game and making it a more enjoyable experience of watching Premier League football. Hello, bench one from Gabriel, Trent, Mikalenko. Oh, good to see you, Alex. Probably Gabriel. I'd say Gabriel Vandenberg. Use my 2 free transfers to go for Palmer and 8 Nori instead of Saka. Yeah, not too bad. The classic Saka to Son or Foden, Son. Feel like triple captain and Haaland is based on how many double game weeks we get this season. Could a couple? Yes, definitely. We will get a double game week for the teams that get to the Carabao Cup final and the FA Cup semi-finals. So if you think that's going to be Man City, then there you go. Or any other good teams in the league with good options. Like I'm 90% sure that either Palmer, Saka, Salah, Son, or Haaland will have a double game week this season. Jackal, I wouldn't take a hit for that. I'm pleased to help you, Avnish. That's my pleasure, man. How do I rate? I rate Man United and Forest reasonably highly as defensive units. In fact, I would probably, I don't know what you guys in the chat think, but I would probably put Man United and Forest on a level playing field in terms of defence. I'd say 6th or 7th best in the league for each team. That'd just be my opinion. That's important, Luke. There you go. That's what we want to hear. Any sense at all in potentially captaining Salah over... not for me, mate. With those fixtures, not for me. Not for me. Who does FPL Review have as the alternative captain? Yeah, and Palmer isn't even in the Conference League squad, is he? So there's no threat of him being injured or anything. Let's just toggle that. So this game week alone, Palmer is 3rd place, and it's nearly double the expected points for Haaland. Ooh. I think 10.2 expected points in a single game week is the highest I've ever seen, by the way. Just saying. I'm not sure I believe that with no Kevin De Bruyne, but it is the highest I've ever seen for a single game week. So the next best thing is Foden, but I mean, you can't guarantee that Foden's going to play. And then it's Palmer, who probably is going to play. Then it's Mbeumo. I would agree with FPL Review here in saying Mbeumo and Palmer are probably better than Salah this week. Oh, Treble. He's the Man City fan, isn't he? Yeah, do worry. Do worry with no Kevin De Bruyne. And what's his name? Rodri. I think Rodri's the best player in the world right now, to be honest. Well, was. Not right now with his knee, but yeah, he was. There's the clean sheet odds. Win percentage, not interested. I want to see goals. By Branthwaite is back. What's been said about Branthwaite? Been said about Branthwaite. I'm just going to check Twitter while we do that. Just expand the screen again. Someone said Branthwaite's back. That does change things a little bit, actually. Oh, he is available. Someone said Michael Keane could play. There's no debate. Michael Keane is shite. There you go. That's the opinion of the Everton fan. So yeah, it looks like Branthwaite is back, which is yeah, interesting info. Good to see you, Paul, mate. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. Oh, FPL chats. I've missed your message. Which one of these would you rather? Cunha and Smith Rowe to Strand Larsen and Palmer, or Solanke and Smith Rowe to Jimenez and Palmer? Or Cunha to Strand Larsen feels a bit wrong. I would do Solanke and Smith Rowe to Jimenez and Palmer. I'd probably do that. I mean, to be fair, Daniel, I don't think, if he doesn't start, I don't think Keane gets any minutes, to be honest. Well, don't do this to me, Fundles. I don't need any reason to keep Eze. I don't need any reason to keep Eze. You watch, guys. What will actually happen is I've set an alarm for 5 p.m, but I'll be in the pool warming up for my race. The deadline will come. I won't have checked my phone, and this will be my team. And Eze will score a hat-trick against Spurs. So I feel like my bus team, so to speak, is not horrendous. It's not horrendous. No, I'd start DCL. Sorry, that was a big yawn. I would start Calvert-Lewin. He's on penalties, mate. And for that reason, I'd start him. I really like Wissa, Vlad. I really like Wissa. It's between him and Raul Jimenez as my favourite cheap striker. And I think just with his likelihood to be on penalties being fairly high, that's Jimenez, I think I'd probably go for him over Wissa. But I cannot tell you that Wissa is not a good option, because I really do think he is. Saka or Mbumo? I'd probably say this week Mbumo with Ipswich. I'd say Mbumo this week. And probably longer term. I mean, he's cheap, isn't he? I really like Mbumo. I'm huge on him. Chris Wood brace against Foxes incoming. What a legend Chris Wood is, by the way. What a legend Chris Wood is. I feel like even if DCL gets a pin, yeah, but come on. Come on. I'm pretty sure, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Semenyo is the leading shot taker in the Premier League this season, still. Interesting stat for you. I would start Trent, CV. I would start Trent. This might be an outrageous thing to say, but in my head, the clean sheet odds for Liverpool and Brentford this week, based on performances we've seen so far, similar. Liverpool have been really good defensively. They've only conceded more than 1 XG in one game this season in the league so far, and it was like 1.06. Whereas Brentford, they haven't kept a clean sheet, and I'm pretty sure they've conceded over 1 XG in every game. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2.65, 1.57, 2.1. 3.5, 0.9, that's basically 1, 1.05, 1.33. So in every game, they've been expected to concede. Whereas Liverpool, 0.78, 0.64, you know, pretty good. When will you give up on Eze? Hopefully this week, mate. Hopefully this week. He's going to go. Hopefully. Tom, you reckon play Trent over Gabriel? I think I might start both. Yeah, I mean, well, you can see there, mate. I've gone for Trent over Gabriel, mate. I'm not big on the Brentford defence, I gotta say, mate. I am not big on the Brentford defence. Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry if I've butchered that. I'm not big on the Brentford defence. But you might be. But yeah, not for me. I'll stay live for another 10 minutes and I'll drop off at 8 because I've got a bag to pack. Competition swimming bag to pack. And I'm going to bring my laptop with me, so I've got to pack all that kit down as well. Going to take my mic and stuff with me. Sells over Flecken. Probably, yeah. I still think the best goalkeepers in the game are going to be Onana and Pickford come the end of the season. I think those two will prove to be the best keepers. Well, no one knows the answer to that, B-ball checkmate. No one knows the answer to that. The closest I have to an answer, I'll show you a really useful tweet. I'll show you a really useful tweet on before I do that, let's just check the results of the Rico Lewis poll. 120 votes, 76% say he's going to start. All right, so there's the Rico Lewis poll. We'll do a Foden poll. Oh, I'm going to do Saka actually, yeah. Sorry, Foden owners. And I've got a useful thing to show you on Foden. Hashtag hot or not, Saka out for Son or João Pedro out for Wissa? I think Saka will play. I do João Pedro for Wissa, mate. João Pedro for Wissa is a lovely transfer. Although I would question if Raul Jimenez is better than Wissa. That's the thing to consider, in my opinion. So this is the tweets that I found useful. Sorry. Oh, a bit yawny. So FPL Harry just saying about Foden being tempting. And then Disable Luke, who is very famous for predicting the Man City 11s, basically. And he's just saying, unfortunately, Foden is not nailed to start. Competing primarily for the 2 central spots, because Pep's not really using him on the wing, that Gundogan and Silva currently occupy. They were both subbed early in the Champions League. Savio and Nunez, who both were really good, can play on the wings. So basically, it's undecided. And the best, most reliable predictor, he sometimes does get insider news, but the best predictor of the Man City team says that Foden is not nailed. That's the best I got for you, mate. Don't believe a word Arteta says in a press conference, by the way. Interesting. The votes are coming in. Tell you what, we'll do chat and FPL.Team side by side for the final bit of the stream. I'll sign off in a bit. So I said I've got a bag to pack. There we go. I've got an exciting month coming up, to be honest. Got my swimming this weekend. In a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to Venice. Booked myself a nice little break in Venice because I don't feel like I have stopped working YouTube since... I don't remember having a break, basically. I went all the way through pre-season. I went through summer because I made videos about the Euros. So yeah, I'm taking a weekend in Venice in a couple of weeks' time, so that should be good. And then I might be going on a podcast belonging to another famous FPL YouTuber at some point in November as well. Yeah, I think you got to keep the faith, B-ball checkmate. You picked him for a reason. Took a hit to get Robbo and Eze out for Mikalenko and Foden. Well, not sure about that, Finley. Not sure about that one. You've done 2 playing players for 2 minutes risks, in my opinion. No comment. No comment. It could be, might not be. No comment. I don't want to jinx it, just in case anything comes up. but it might be. I don't take hits at all, to be honest, Luke. I'm really hit adverse in this game. The only way I'll take a hit is if I've got multiple injuries. I'm quite excited too, to be honest. I'm quite excited too. Make sure I get my haircut trimmed up, ready to go. Needs to be on camera. Yeah, Saka to Palmer makes sense, mate. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. And I know the fixtures for Palmer are tough, but I mean, I'd still predict Palmer to do well. Yeah, if you don't want to double up, mate, makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. You know what? I know I spoke about my transfer plans at the start of the video being different to my transfer plans video and my team selection video. But I'm actually of a mind to... Oh. My stream just crashed. Are we still live? What happened? Am I still live? That was a good still of me pulling a silly face then. I went like that. There you go. We're still live. Awesome. It like all crashed on me then. You guys should probably see that actually. Cheers, guys. Sort of sorted. It's a slow process, man. But yeah, pretty much. I appreciate the advice. Yeah, Guardiola, mate. He's the top predicted points defender in the entire game. So, yeah, I mean, can't say no to that. I did, unfortunately, say no to Guardiola. I sold him ahead of the Newcastle game when he scored. So, I mean, he's absolutely done me in this season as Guardiola. But, yeah. Brand control to Major Tom. I'm pretty sure that's a Beatles song. Hopefully it is. I saw Paul McCartney sing that live at Glastonbury 2 years ago. No, it's not. It's bloody David Bowie. Well, I've seen him at Glastonbury as well. That probably shows my age. But I've seen David Bowie at Glastonbury too, so there you go. Who wins tonight out of Ten Hag or the special one? It's got to be Ten Hag, isn't it? Got to be Ten Hag. I'll be watching it closely. I don't know what I think about that either, Chantal. Especially this week. I've benched Gabriel this week. I've got Watkins, Palmer, and Mbumo. No clue to captain. Ooh. Migsy, I'm pleased to hear it, man. I'm glad I got you through your delivery job. Any idea what you're delivering tonight, or is it just stuff in boxes? And are you doing it in the UK? Are you UK based? Where are you from? Although you probably shouldn't text and drive, so you don't have to answer those questions straight away. I'm not sure on your Watkins, Palmer, and Mbumo shout, you know. I have absolutely no idea who I'd captain out of those three. Do you want me to do a, I'll treat you. I'll treat you. Just for you, mate. What do you want to race over, man? What distance? What stroke? You name it, mate. I'm ready. I'm always ready to go. I do have an injury, though, so I probably couldn't swim. I'd say anything over 400 meters, I'd be in trouble because I have an injury. But anything less than that, I think it's only fair. I'm good to go. So we had Watkins, Palmer, Mbumo. He's called Bumo. Bumu. There you go, mate. There's your decision. To be honest, you cannot ever tell me that captaining Cole Palmer on a game week where you're not sure about who to captain is a bad idea. I quite like that. I'll tell you what, I should do a spin the wheel myself, shouldn't I? I should do... That's my transfers decision. So I'm going to leave it in the hands of the wheel. The wheel's being boring. The wheel is being boring. Okay. The wheel is, I'll tell you, yeah, a big fat lying wheel. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, if that's all right. I've been live for an hour, and I need to pack my bags and get ready for my competition this weekend. Oh, that's the wrong screen. I'm going to be quite busy this weekend, but I am going to take my laptop, camera, and light and microphone with me in my bag, set up in my hotel room. So I'm hoping I'll get at least one video out while I'm in Sheffield. So that should be good. So yeah, I'll post a picture on the community of the pool and stuff so you guys can see where I am. What am I going to say? So yeah, no deadline stream for me tomorrow because I will literally be warming up ready for a race at the time, so I couldn't possibly do it. In the meantime, a friend of mine, you'll know him already. I'm going to leave a link to his channel actually. So FPL.Tom, he's overtaken me in terms of subscriber count at the moment because his work rate on YouTube has been absolutely outrageous recently. I'm going to link you to his channel. He's going live for 4 hours on tomorrow. He's live currently actually doing his team selection. But he is going live tomorrow, he told me, for 4 hours, which is crazy. So, there's his channel. So check him out for a deadline stream tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. I am a bit gassy after my dinner. Apologies for that. You don't need to hear that in the mic. Here's his channel. Lovely geezer. 9.73k subs. Closing in on 10k. Give him a watch tomorrow. Be great if we get him to 10k. I think that's it. I'm going to go and pack a bag, stretch off, have a final cup of tea, and go to bed nice and early, ready for racing tomorrow. So thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already and enjoyed the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a like. How many likes we got? I haven't been keeping track, to be honest. I've just been reading the chat. Oh, sorry, Risky Pearl. You can watch back. Flecken or Sales? Go Sales, probably. Probably Sales. Right, I'll leave it there. Oh, I've got to press, hang on, we'll do that again. We'll repeat that again. There you go. Cheers, guys.